I've got my shopping. Morrison's was not a very pleasant experience. I used to really love going to the supermarket, but I don't know, I think I prefer shopping online now and just picking out what you want. I got there at about the time they were putting out the yellow stickers, so that's the reduced items, which I think is a bit early for, but it is half term this week, so maybe that's why. And it was like a frenzy, everyone was pushing to get to the yellow stickers, and I don't really know the layout of that store that well. Trevor knows it better than me. He usually goes up there to get the shopping. So it's annoying when you're like traipsing up and down the aisle. I was looking for some couscous and I couldn't find it anywhere. And it was with the sugar. So you know, you look at the little signs over the labels, over the aisles, so you can find what you're looking for. I didn't think to look in the sugar aisle, obviously. But I found it eventually. And the other thing I'm really bad at when I go shopping is impulse buys. So I bought these Belvita biscuits. They're like tops. I did actually open them already. I'll show you them. They're like biscuits and they've got chocolate on the top. They're quite nice actually. I do really like Belvita's biscuits and things. The only thing is they market them as a breakfast cereal or like as a breakfast substitute. They are quite filling, but they're really sugary. But I think as a snack, or as you would have a biscuit, if you treat them more as a biscuit than a meal, they're probably better. Trevor and I tomorrow are hoping, we're both off tomorrow, so we're hoping to go out for the day. I mean, I've checked the weather forecast and it's raining, but I bought some bits and pieces because I'm going to do a packed lunch for tomorrow, and I'm also going to get on with some tea for now because I'm doing like a slow cooked lamb ragu type thing, which takes a couple of hours in the oven, so I'm going to get that in now as well. I'm just getting this going in the pan and then I'm going to put it into the oven. So I've got a red onion, and then I got this lamb shoulder fillet. Because it's shoulder, it needs a long while in the oven, so I'm going to dice that up too, brown it in the pan with the onions and get it all into the oven. Then add mushrooms, garlic salt I'm adding because I haven't got any garlic. A little bit of cinnamon, it'll give it that nice wintry warmth. And then in here I've got fennel and pink pepper, rosemary, a jar of passata, and then also some beef stock. I'm adding this beef stock cube. I did manage to pick up one bargain from Morrison's, and that was this asparagus, which was 85p. So for our little packed lunch tomorrow, I'm also making a crustless quiche. I couldn't get the Burford brown eggs, so these are the same company, Clarence Court. They're the blue ones. Well, I've got one brown one left from earlier in the week. I suppose a crustless quiche is really just an omelette or a frittata. Got cheese, eggs, a splash of milk, some Italian herb, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and a pinch of salt, and then stir it all together. So like the sausage breakfast muffins, you just pour a little bit of the mixture into your mini muffin tin. There's enough here to make 48 probably of these mini muffins. They will keep in the fridge for a couple of days, but they lose some of their height, but you can freeze them as well. Okay, they are out of the oven now. I'm just going to let them cool down in the tray before I pop them out, but you can see they're not actually sticking to the edges, so they will slide out easily. Trevor's just texted to say he's on his way, and I'm just finishing putting the lunch boxes together. So I've put couscous on the bottom, those little egg bits have dried, and I also picked up these chicken satay. So that'll be our lunch for tomorrow done. And this is my ragu, which is really thickened up now, and I've got some giant pasta shells, probably too many, but I'm just going to pop, let's say, half of them into this pan. So I've already cooked them, but they've cooled a bit now, so if I stir them through the meat, they'll warm up again. It was a bit hard to judge how many I needed with the with the size of them. They're much bigger than any pasta I've cooked before. Well, it actually took quite a bit more of the pasta. I don't think we'll eat all of this between us, but it looks good. And the lamb, if I could just find a bit, has gone really soft and tender. That lamb was perfect. It was really just meltingly tender. It was in for nearly 3 hours, so it definitely needs a long time to really soften up. I was glad to have the oven on all afternoon. It's really cold. I definitely think it's going to freeze tonight, if it's not already freezing out there. Secret question for today. I feel like I'm having a food theme with these, but what's your favourite pasta dish? Normally I always go for macaroni or like a bolognese or pasta with meatballs. I don't very often do it with lamb, so that's a bit of a change of pace for me today. So I'd like to know what your favourite one is too, your favourite thing to put with pasta or your favourite pasta dish. Hopefully tomorrow it won't rain and we'll be able to take those packed lunches and go off and have a little adventure. But if not, it's our day off anyway, so I'm sure we'll be up to something fun. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.